Hey guys, welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. So today we're going to talk about how to reach your money goals. So we're going to talk about goal setting and how we don't always see our goals through. And listen, goal setting's hard. I get it. There's a lot going on in life. And I feel like you're like, oh my gosh, goal setting, like it sounds a little boring. It sounds a little draining. And if you're not just like a self-motivator, you're like, yeah, I'm good. But listen, goals do a lot for you in life. They actually keep you on track and keep you moving. But I'll give yourself a lot of grace though, because for most of us, it's like, yeah, you make some goals in the new year, and then by March, they're nowhere to be seen. So I'm gonna help you kind of shape your goals to, again, help you achieve the things that you want, specifically around your money. Now, in order to make your goals actually happen, you wanna make them as specific as possible and be very, very intentional with them. Again, if your goals are vague and they're undefined, it's much harder to actually zoom in and say, hey, I'm gonna work this, and to be excited about them too. I find in my life, the more vague things are, and it's like, yeah, it's out there. Yeah, it's just there's no energy behind it. But the more specific and the more clear and defined your goals are with a timeline, you know what to do, the more motivating it is, and the more likely you're actually going to achieve them. So here are a few examples of some vague money goals that I've heard people just say. And when they say them, in the back of my head, I think, yeah, it may not happen for them because there's no plan around it. So here's an example. I want to save more money this year. Okay. How? When? Give me like the specifics. Now, I want to save more money this year. Okay, that gives you a time limit, right? So you're like, okay, let's just pretend you say that at the beginning of 2023. So you have a year. I want to save more money. All right. Well, what does more money mean? Does that mean like 50 cents? Is that like $4? Is that $4,000? Like, what does that mean? So if you say, I want to save $5,000 by the end of the year. Oh, perfect. So now we're specific. So then you can break it down by month, even by week if you wanted to know, here's how much money I have to save. So again, there's energy behind it because it's specific. Another vague money goal is, I want an emergency fund. I bet you do. Like if you don't have one, I'm sure you do want one, right? Like that, I get it. So what are we gonna do about that? So if you say, I wanna do a starter emergency fund of $1,000 in 60 days, and in order to get that $1,000, I know I have to work X amount of time overtime. I need to sell X amount of money of things out of my house and make money off of stuff and sell stuff. You know, when you start to gather that information, then you know, okay, in 60 days, here's exactly what I need to do to get $1,000. And more than likely, you will actually do it because you have that plan. Another vague money goal is I want to become debt-free. Yes, I bet you do, and so do a lot of people. But just saying it out into the universe doesn't do much, right? So you want to break it down and say, okay, I want to be debt-free by the end of 2024. You got 2 years, and you're gonna do it by doing the debt snowball, where you list out all of your debts, smallest to largest. You pay off that smallest debt first. In order to pay that off as quickly as possible and get your debt paid off in 2 years, you know you're gonna probably work a second job for so many hours a week. You're going to budget every single month for those 2 years, know exactly where your money's going so you can put as much money towards your debt as possible. You're gonna cut back on your expenses and actually live kind of a new lifestyle for those 2 years so that you can save more money to throw at the debt. You're gonna see the minimum payments. Again, it is so specific. You know when you want it done by and how you're going to do it. And more than likely, that's when you're gonna pay off debt. And that's what I find when I talk to people that get out of debt and they do their debt-free scream on the Ramsey show. I really don't think one time I've had someone come on and they're like, yeah, we just really wanted to get out of debt. And here we are. And it's an amazing feeling. You're like, no, they're like, oh man, 3 years ago we hit the wall. Or 18 months ago I realized I have no money and I want money. And they have this moment where they say, I'm gonna change. So then we did all this stuff, we had a plan. So many people do like even the thermometer, or they have the construction chains that the construction paper chains that they make around the house. Like there are visuals, there are things, there are plans. And that movement is what gets so exciting because you have energy behind it. So if you want to get out of debt, be specific and have that time frame. Okay, I want to take a quick break so that I can tell you about one of our sponsors, Slick Deals. When it comes to saving money, you've got to shop smart, and Slick Deals makes it easy. It's a crowdsourced shopping platform that helps you save, so you can find verified coupon codes and awesome prices on things that you need at slickdeals.net/Rachel. All right, another vague goal is I really want to invest. Yes, I know. Investing is awesome, isn't it? So how are you going to do that? Where are you going to start? When do you want to do that? So if your answer is, okay, by the end of January, I am going to open up a Roth IRA and I'm going to start contributing 15% of my income split into that and my 401k at work. Great. See, specific, you have a plan, you know what you're doing. Another vague money goal is, I just really want to buy a house. I just want to buy a house. It's vague. Now, an intentional version of that would be by the end of 2023, I want to save as much money as possible for a down payment, ideally 20%. I want to reach out to an endorsed local provider, a Ramsey trusted agent to help me find the right house and start making that contact and start understanding what kind of house I can afford. See, steps that are very, very specific. Now, this is also great, again, because you get energy behind it. Now, making goals, again, there's a bunch of different theories out there, but honestly, the things that I find that work, that really, really help you achieve your goals, again, that they are specific goals, they are measurable, you can actually watch progress happen, they're time sensitive, you know exactly the time frame that you want that goal to happen, and they have to be your own. That's a big one. When it's a goal because your spouse wants it or because, a friend is doing it and you think, oh man, I should probably do that too. Anything like that, it's not gonna work. It has to be something that you own and something that you are passionate about, that you wanna see that change in your life. You wanna see that goal achieved because again, that's what's gonna help you follow through. Now also, it's kind of old school, but it's just the truth. When you write things down, it's amazing the percentage of goals that actually occur and you actually see them through versus just a vague idea in your head. This is why it's so powerful when you do a budget that you want it visual. You want it there. That's why I always say, do it on a sheet of paper, do it on a budgeting app like EveryDollar. Like have it visual. When you actually see the numbers, it helps you win with your budget. You know what you're doing. And the same is with your goals. If you have goals, write them down, even if it's on the back of a napkin at a restaurant or something, and keep it in your car, keep it, on your bathroom counter. When you see something visually, it gets ingrained in your brain and it's a reminder of what's going on. So the power in writing it down, oh, you guys, it's so worth it, I'm telling you. Now, if you have trouble maybe setting goals or you're like, I really want to have something that I can keep with me, I want you to check out the Ramsey Goal Planner. So this is more than just a traditional calendar. Yes, there's a calendar in it, but there's also teaching around helping you stay encouraged and motivated when it comes to your spiritual life, your money, and your relationship. So George Camel is in it, Dr. John Deloney, and myself, where we write every single month, again, a piece of encouragement and helping teach you on these topics, but also to help continue to motivate you when it comes to your goals. So the goal planner, again, is all about helping you create goals and keeping them for the year. And it also has the handy dandy calendar in there, which we all need month to month too. So make sure to check it out at ramseysolutions.com/planner. Now, share this video with a friend. If you have a friend out there that you're like, man, I know that they have goals that they want to achieve, send this to them and maybe it will help encourage them. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. And remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.